Welcome back to Salem, Cellar. In honor of our 10th video, today we're going to be discussing my top 10 M. Night Shyamalan movies. First off, I just want to thank anybody who's ever liked, shared, and who has subscribed to my channel. Even if you just watched my videos, I do appreciate the support. I'll be right back. So my number 10 is the 2015 The Visit. The Visit's about two children that go to visit their grandparents for a week in Pennsylvania. While there, they start to discover some really odd, strange behavior from the elderly couple. So why this movie is in my top 10 is I just love his work. This one is a found footage film, which I really enjoyed. And it has one of his amazing twists at the end that you did not see coming. There's actually a scene where the younger brother, who's a germaphobe, gets slammed in the face with a dirty diaper. It's pretty disgusting, but it is a great movie. At number 9 is Old. Old is about a family that goes and takes a vacation. While on vacation, they visit a secluded beach where they just start to age rapidly. Like, time is much different there than the rest of the world. Number 8 is Split, starring James McAvoy. James McAvoy is a schizophrenic with 23 different personalities, my favorite number. In the beginning of the film, he kidnaps 3 teenage girls and holds them hostage pretty much throughout the entire movie. What I love about this movie is, one, his performance. He's brilliant. He's so many different characters and he plays them all so well. It's extremely creepy. There's a little twist at the end, but it brings back one of our favorite characters from one of his other movies at the very, very end. I'm just love this film. At number 7 is Glass, starring Samuel L. Jackson. So this movie, it kind of combines 3 of M. Night's films, Glass, Unbreakable, and Split. It begins showing Bruce Willis. So you just see him just kind of like crime fighting, being the superhero that he is, and saving some teenagers that were kidnapped by James McAvoy's character from Split. And this movie is just very exciting because my 3 favorite M. Night films kind of gets brought together full circle. So I really enjoy this film. A lot of questions that I needed answered were answered. It has an exciting twist at the end that I was not expecting. It's just one of those movies I can watch over and over and over again. At number 6 is The Happening, starring Mark Wahlberg. So The Happening is starring Mark Wahlberg and John Leguizamo. So this movie is about an event that occurs in nature that causes people to kill themselves. I remember watching for the first time, in one of the opening scenes, you see construction workers working, and all of a sudden you just see bodies start to drop. One of the construction workers look up, and then you see just like men just dropping off the top of the building, committing suicide. It just was so intense. I just love this movie because there is a moral to the story. We need to treat our planet better than we have. So it just was, to me, it was deep. Most of his movies are pretty deep with like a moral to the story. So this one I definitely recommend if you have not seen it yet. At number 5 is She's All That. Now, She's All That was ghostwritten by M. Night. I bet you didn't know he wrote it. I was completely shocked the first time I found out because it wasn't his normal feel for his type of movies, his vibe. But this movie is about a high school student who gets a makeover to become popular, and she gets, the hot guy in school, which is Freddie Prinze Jr. I remember seeing this movie as a teenager and I loved it, you know. But it's just one of those fun, cute high school movies. You know, when you rewatch it, like when I rewatch it now, it just gives me those high school feels, and I just really enjoyed everything about it. And you know, it just reminds me how talented M. Night is, that he can pull off just so many different genres. At number 4 is Signs. So Signs is starring Joaquin Phoenix and Mel Gibson. This movie is about aliens. Who does not love aliens? So they start seeing these crop circles come out of nowhere, and then you just see news reports of like an alien invasion happening. So I love this movie because who doesn't love aliens? It just there again, there was like his other movies, there is a moral to the story. There's a twist at the end. It's just super exciting throughout. When you do get a glimpse of the alien, which there's a scene where they're watching a news report and you see an alien run by, you're like, oh, like that thing was so creepy. But it was just such a fun movie to watch. So I really love Signs. At number 3 is Devil. So Devil is about 5 strangers who get trapped together in an elevator. So throughout the movie, you start seeing like crazy things happening, the lights start flickering, and then they start dying one by one. Now you're like, what is going on here? Are one of them killing? With the title Devil, you realize something sinister and supernatural is happening. This movie is just very fun, very exciting. The type of movie I can watch repeatedly. When you figure out at the end who the actual, I don't know if they never confirm if it's the devil. I'm assuming it is. But when you find out at the end who it is, it's very shocking. There's a scene where one of the repairmen, like the elevator stopped, one of the repairmen goes up to try to repair it, obviously. And he dies a gruesome death like that. That just like sticks in my brain. But if you haven't seen it, definitely go see it. It's a great movie. At number 2 is Sixth Sense. So Sixth Sense, starring Bruce Willis, is about a little boy with a dark secret. Now, this movie scared the crap out of me. Throughout the movie, the little boy is seeing dead people, and there are a ton of jump scares. They come out of nowhere. Bruce Willis is his therapist, and it was one of those rides that you just didn't want to get off of, but you're like kind of like this throughout. I remember there's a scene where the little boy, he sees a little girl in his tent, and oh my God, like terrifying. But then you find out at the end, big twist, that Bruce Willis is dead. I did not see that coming. But it is a great movie. At number 1 is Unbreakable. Unbreakable, starring Bruce Willis, is my all-time favorite. He is the sole survivor of a train crash. Now, throughout the movie, you're following him with his family, and he is realizing that, wait, I am not like everybody else. I have never been hurt. I've never broken a bone. I've never been sick. What is going on? In the movie, he meets Samuel L. Jackson's character from Glass, and he's realizing, wait a second, I'm kind of like a superhero. So then he takes matters in his own hands, and he starts protecting people. But this movie was just, it was a big reason why I love M. Night and his work. It's just such a great movie. There's an exciting twist at the end. You realize that Mr. Glass, Samuel L. Jackson's character, is actually a villain who caused the fatal train crash. So, and he throughout the years, he's been causing all these high fatality situations to try to find look, my bones break just like falling. So there has to be somebody on the other spectrum, and he finally finds it in Bruce Willis. It's just a movie you just love, and it just brings together Split and Glass. It's just, you know, Glass is the full circle of all the three movies, but this one started it all, and this started my love for M. Night and everything he's done. So those are my top 10. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you comment down below in the comments. Let me know what your favorite is. Please remember to follow me on social media, like, share, and subscribe. I'll be right back.